Hi everyone, welcome back to another new video, slightly different video, not a reaction video. Something that I've done before on my channel for quite a few years now is a kind of what we know so far update video. So this is kind of like that, but a little bit different because I'm actually going to talk about my favourites so far. So not just the top 6 official entries we have so far. Or is it 7? No, I think it's 6. But also my favourites from national finals. So I'm going to go through national finals I haven't talked about on my channel yet because I don't do reaction videos for everything. So this will be a good chance to kind of give an opinion on things that I haven't talked about yet. So I'll start with my ranking so far. This time next week will actually be the big Super Saturday. They have like every year where they have one Saturday night with loads of national finals taking place, and that is next week. So I thought I'd do this before we get that. So for now, I have a ranking. Obviously, you know, these things could move up or move down when we get more songs, but this is what it is for now. So I've got my scoreboard app somewhere on the screen. I don't know whether it'll be this side or that side. Probably this side. So for now, I've got my least favourite, which is Czechia. Unfortunately, because I had Czechia as one of my favourites last year. Actually, I really loved Vesna last year. This year, not really feeling it yet, unfortunately. So the national final happened what felt like years ago. It happened in December. Winner is Aiko with Pedestal. It was never my favourite. I've never really been a fan of this. I mean, you had that live performance, which was unforgivable. I know it doesn't matter because it's going to be improved and revamped. It's not going to sound as bad as it did on that stage in Czechia. I know that. But it needs to be improved a lot and revamped a lot because at the moment it does kind of feel flat for me. I remember in the national final people were saying the live performance was bad, but the studio version was the best of all of them. And I thought, oh, I'm not sure about that, is it really? But maybe it's just personal opinion. But I have been trying to listen to it more and get into it more, and I am starting to get more into it the more I listen to it. So I don't like really dislike it, but yeah, it just falls a bit flat for me. It's just missing something. Next up, I have Luxembourg. So they've just chosen this song last night. I'm filming this on Sunday. They had their national final last night. I didn't watch it live, but I've seen Tarly's live performance. It was quite a good, convincing performance, I thought. And this was one of my favourites, actually. I had 2 favourites when I listened to them, and that was Tarly, and the other one was Naomi. I'm not sure how well Naomi did in the show. I haven't actually looked at the results yet, but Tarly did win. I'm not surprised at all at this one. I did think it was probably, it was not a bad selection, but this was one of the ones that stood out to me. I like the mix of French and English. It feels like I have it quite low at the moment. I think it'll end up being sort of middle of the road for me. So yeah, I don't mind it. I don't love it. But yeah, it's okay. So my number 4 for now is Ireland. I haven't talked about Ireland Eurosong yet, so I am going to talk about that now. So I was fairly confident, I think a lot of people were actually, that Erica Cody was going to win because it's a safer option. It just felt like something that the jury would go for more because it just felt like a safe option. And I was wrong about that. I didn't really expect. So you had these 2 favourites, 2 really different songs for Ireland from Ailsa and Bambi Thug. And I thought, I know the community love them, but outside of that, this is just gonna go downhill completely. I thought they're both gonna fall apart live and not come across well at all. And I was right about Go Tobin, because Go Tobin, I'm gonna be harsh here. I know a lot of people like that song. It was awful live. Like, that live performance was terrible. You can't deny that it was. I think the thing is, just because something's different doesn't make it automatically good. Like, yeah, you can be different, but you have to be good as well. So I thought, people were getting carried away with both Ailsa and Bambi Thug, which is why I thought Erica Cody would win. I'm not saying Erica Cody would have qualified in Eurovision. No, she probably wouldn't have qualified in Eurovision, but neither would Ailsa. So Doomsday Blue, my opinion is actually changing on this. I'm actually getting a lot more on board with it now. When I saw it live at first, I thought, oh God, no, this is awful. But then when you watch it again, I think, oh, it's not that bad, actually. I think once you get past the initial shock of seeing it for the first time, I thought it sounded better the second time for some reason. In the audio, what I don't like is those high-pitched vocal effects in the second chorus. I don't like that bit. And then in the live performance, they just kind of shout it, and that's not much better either. So there's parts of the song I don't like. What I do really like, actually, is the chorus and how it completely changes. It goes from like angry shouting, and then it just completely changes to the blues kind of. I guess you ever had a star in the moon, and then the choreography, I love that as well. So I like that about the song. I like that switch up. So it's growing on me the more I come to terms with it, I think. So yeah, I'm more on board with it now. I like the fact we've got another witchy, spooky, supernatural song. I love that. Well, Ireland, they've taken a risk. Will it pay off? I don't know yet. I'm not sure. I feel like it potentially could pay off, but I honestly don't know. Next up, I have Albania, and I still feel like I'm in a minority of fans that really like this. I think most people don't really like it. I like it how it is now in its original form. There is going to be a revamp, and I'm not looking forward to the revamp because they might put some English in there, and I just like it already as it is, really. I just really like the melody, and I found myself listening to this quite a lot. I just really like it. It's got a really nice vibe to it, and I just worry that the revamp will ruin that. It could happen, and then it could fall down in my ranking. So yeah, I just feel like I like it enough as it already is, but it definitely will be changed. But I don't think it needs English put into it, really, but they might do that. So number two for now, I've got Frank's Mon Amour, the first song to come out, which felt like ages ago. It was November. I still don't know why they did that so early, but yeah, I don't think this will stay as a personal favourite of mine, because how I feel about this is similar to Barbara Pravi with Voila, in the sense that it's not something I actively choose to listen to, but I can appreciate it, and I know that it probably will do very well. I don't really want to turn this into a prediction video because I will talk about this later, but at the moment it does feel like the country that you can just picture being in the top 10 and something that juries will love. So yeah, I'll talk about its chances in other videos, but at the moment it's looking good. So that means my favourite at the moment from the six that we have, but not counting other national final songs and potential national final winners, at the top is Slovenia, Raven, Veronica. This is good. This is art. I love the concept, the story, the meaning. Love that. It's just got such a good, well-rounded package, a great theme, very dramatic. I love the build up towards the end. That's my favourite bit, probably. Yeah, this is good. This could be, at the moment, I feel like it could be Slovenia's best ever entry, to be honest. So that's my ranking for now. We've still got another, like, over 30 songs to go, so it will completely change. But that's how we are right now. But now I'd like to talk about my national final favourites. And I like to do things in alphabetical order. I just find it easier. So that means we start with Croatia. And this is a country that I haven't talked about or reacted to on my channel yet. So Croatia, all about baby lasagna. That's it. That is what everyone is talking about. And he wasn't even meant to be in the national selection. He was a wild card. And now he's the favourite to win. So I think he will win. I'll be surprised if it doesn't win, actually. He's gained so much popularity. There's such a momentum building around it. And yeah, I like it. It's good. It's fun. It'll be interesting to see how the concept is brought to life on stage. That'll be interesting. Yeah, it's good. Denmark Melody Grand Prix. There's no major improvements really. It is Denmark being Denmark again. Danish and inoffensive is the term that we tend to use quite a lot. But there is one song that I'm really enjoying actually, and it's Mirrorball of Hope by Aura Dion. You could call it a guilty pleasure. I think I probably should call it a guilty pleasure, but for some reason I'm enjoying it. I just love the yodeling. I really like her style as well. And I don't know if it's going to win Melody Grand Prix. Apparently she's going to be a mermaid on stage, the Little Mermaid. That'll fit in well with Copenhagen. But yeah, it's the one that I'm enjoying, but I don't know what the favourites are. It's not a very strong selection really. Then you've got Estonia, Esti Lowell, and with that it's all about Ollie and 5 Minust. That's it. It's between those two. We know that anyway. And if Ollie doesn't win again, I will feel sad for him, because I really like his music. I like both of his songs for Esti Lowell and his other songs as well, actually. And I don't know what else he can do. If he doesn't win, he might not want to try again. He might not come back. And it'll be a shame for him, I think. I know that 5 Minust are so popular. They are the favourites, I think. And I don't mind it, I don't mind them winning, but I will feel sad for Ollie. Then you've got UMK, Finland. This is very open, I think. Actually, I'm not sure who's going to... I feel like my 2 favourites are still Cyan Kicks and Sarah. I can see it being between them, but then apparently Vox Populi is very popular in Finland and doing well in Finland. So there seem to be a few multiple favourites, but I think the big ones are Sarah and Cyan Kicks, and I'd be happy with either of them. But yeah, this is going to be exciting, I think, because it is quite open. Germany, well, I think you've got one major standout in this, and that is Oh Boy by Rick. And if Germany send that, they've got a really good chance of actually doing decently well and not being in the bottom 5. And even if they come 15th, that is still good for Germany. That's a huge improvement. And with Rick, or is it Reich, with him, they've got a really good chance of doing that. This is a good ballad. So I feel like that's who they should choose. There is another song though that I'm really enjoying, and it's Tears Like Rain by Bodine Monet. I've been listening to that quite a lot recently. I really like that. So if they choose her, yeah, that could be good as well. I like it. But yeah, I think they've got a really good chance here with Oh Boy by Rick. It could really do good things for them. It would give them such an improvement, I think. I've even seen people say it could win Eurovision. Not sure about that, but for Germany to even be in contention would be a major improvement. I don't have favourites yet in Iceland or Serbia. I've listened to them, I've done reaction videos for them recently, and I've been a bit disappointed. I was left with both of them thinking, oh, is that it? I think I need to go back to them and explore them more because I'm not sure on first impressions. So I don't have a favourite in Iceland and Serbia yet, but I will get back to them. I will talk about Latvia though, because similar to Germany, Latvia have got a really good opportunity here with Hollow by Dongs. In fact, that is the only option. There's no other option but Dongs. Similar to Germany, this could be a really good chance for improvement for Latvia. This could definitely get them back in the final after a long time of not being in the final, and it could actually do decently well as well. It's a similar kind of song to Oh Boy in Germany. They're both very male, modern ballads, so maybe having them both might be, you know, not good for them because they've got competition with each other because they're kind of similar. But I really like them both, and that is who I think Latvia should send, definitely Dongs with Hollow. Lithuania, I know it hasn't finished just yet, but I think my favourite and the overall favourite, I think, so far is Sylvester Belt with Lutek. I can see that winning, definitely. Yeah, that is the favourite from what I can see on social media, and I like it. I can see it at Eurovision. Malta, this has been going on for so long. I wish they would just do it now. I think next week is the final for Malta. I think it is next Saturday. From what I know, from what I've heard, I think Loop by Sarah Benici, I think her name is. I would go for that one. I mean, I don't know if Malta can qualify with any of them, but that's looking the best to me, I think. Moldova, I haven't looked that closely into it, but it seems like, is it Natalie or Natalia with In the Middle? That seems the best from what I've heard. Norway's Melody Grand Prix, I really hope it's Gorta. Overham, that is who I'm rooting for, and they are the favourite to win. Kano, they performed last night. They were good. Yeah, I mean, they're great, but I feel like I don't want Kano to take this from Gorta. I would much rather Norway send Gorta because it's just a breath of fresh air. It's so different from Norway. So yeah, I really hope that they can win. I would love Wolverham at Eurovision, and it already looks good with the staging at Melody Grand Prix. It'll look just as good, if not better, in Malmö. So come on, Norway, you know what to do. I don't mind Kano's song though. Like, it probably is my second favourite now, but yeah, I just feel like Gorta should take this, hopefully. Then you've got Portugal. I did do a reaction video for Portugal, and again, from what I've heard, my favourite is Criatura by Rita. That is a lovely ballad. Kind of brings me back to Saudade, Saudade. I think that's why I like it so much. So I don't know what the favourite is in Portugal though, really. I don't know if that has a chance of winning, but that's the one that I've put on my playlist. Benidorm Fest for Spain, the live shows are finally starting this week, and my favourite for that has not changed. It's still Angie, Silky and Soy. It doesn't look like Angie is the favourite to win, but this has been my favourite for the whole time, and it's actually probably one of my favourite and most played national final songs this year overall. It's always been like a favourite of mine, and I liked it immediately as soon as I heard it. So I hope she can pull off a really good live performance. Maybe I shouldn't expect her to win, but I don't know who the other favourites are actually, so maybe she could. I'd love that. But yeah, this is one of my favourite national final songs overall so far. And then finally, Ukraine, Vidbir. My favourite for that has been clear the whole time, absolutely no question about it at all. Cherry Hale and Aliona, Teresa and Maria. This is probably my favourite song so far out of everything. You know, all the national final entries so far. I think Ulveham in Norway is not far behind, and probably Angie as well. But I think this is at the top for me so far. It's the huge runaway favourite to win Vidbir, and it has to win, surely. I would love this at Eurovision. Cherry Hale and Aliona, they watched my reaction video and they put me in their Instagram video. I had a bit of a fangirl moment over that. I loved that. If you're watching this, hello again. This is just special. Like it, you know, it gives you goosebumps. Out of everything so far, it's at the top for me. And if it goes to Eurovision, which I really hope it does, it will probably be, not sure yet if it'll be my winner overall, because we haven't heard everything yet, but it'll be in my top 10 surely, if not more, higher than that. And Ukraine is one of my favourite countries in Eurovision, so this will be another brilliant entry for them. So, there we are. That's it. I've been through everything. That was long, I know, so thank you if you stuck with me for the whole thing. And of course, feel free to let me know all your thoughts on anything or everything that I've talked about. You can give me your ranking, your top 6 so far. It could be completely different to mine. Who are some of your national final favourites? And you can tell me who your overall favourite is so far. Let me know all your thoughts below. I love to hear them. So thank you for watching. I'm going to be doing a video soon called Have We Heard the Winner Yet of Eurovision 2024? And I've done a poll on my community page, which some people have already voted in, so feel free to vote in that and comment on that, and I will go through them in the video where I talk about that. So looking forward to that. That'll be fun to talk about. But until then, I'll see you very soon. Bye. Thank you for watching.